were employed at Duke at one point.
Correct, correct.
Okay. And they had what was their dress code for you?
Well, I mean, they didn't really have a dress code, but it was more business casual. Like, I would wear a button-down shirt, like an Oxford shirt and a tie, like Monday through Thursday, and then khakis and dress shoes. And then on Fridays, it was a little bit less casual because most students don't have class on Friday. Most of the classes run Monday through Thursday. So
Yeah,
because we
because
didn't have a lot of traffic come in,
and
they were
thir
a little bit more lenient. But Cal State Long Beach, like I seen guys with, t-shirts come in to work, and I'm like, man, what the heck? I mean, it was total culture shock as far as the work environment. And this is supposed to be like a business setting, where we're supposed to be professional and talk to students and parents and stuff like that. So it was quite a shock when I got to Long Beach State.
Nice. Yeah, you mentioned about no classes on Friday, and, as someone who never went to college, I never really grasped that till after, like, my friends started going to college, why there's no classes on Fridays because most colleges play their sports, or if they have a good football program, are Thursday night games, and so therefore, like, the whole r like, the excuse or the reasoning I was given at the time was, "Well, everyone's too hungover to go to class on Friday." So, there's, like,
Yeah.
usually if there are classes on Friday, it's, like, late in the afternoon or, I mean, there were classes available, I believe, but the whole no-no was never take a class early Friday morning
Yeah.
because you're not gonna pass it because 'cause you'll
Yeah.
never be there.
Well, too, I think some of the professors, they work pretty much from 8 a.m. to, they could be 10 at night. So technically they could have like 40 hours in 4 days. So, a
Yeah.
lot of them don't have classes on Friday because they've already met their, weekly quota of hours. And then some even offer classes on Saturday. So that kind of makes up for the missing the Friday class. So
Tho
it's
those
just
are the
depends.
teachers that are having problems with their marriage or are single, I'm assuming. Well, 'cause what I mean, that's the type of commitment that if you have a family, but you're also like, "I'm gonna offer classes to people on Saturday," it's a particular type of person that can do that.
Yeah,
Um,
it's tough, definitely. I mean, it's not something I would want to do because I
no, fuck
enjoy
that.
my weekends. So
I enjoy just not doing shit and still having money in my bank account, but that's why I spent 20 years in the army. It was the only
yeah, that's
fucking
right.
reason. It got to one
Yeah.
point I was like, "Oh shit, I'm over 10 years. If I just finish out, like, I don't really have to do much, right?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, I don't know. Let's see how this economy goes. But anyway.
Yeah, for real.
I don't wanna
Yeah.
get into politics.
Right.
Dude, oh man, okay. So our Final Four, how perfect was that? Like the
So
perfectest
when I looked onto our site that we we put I sent you a invite to do a bracket, and my mindset initially was that we were going to just pick our own random numbers, not necessarily based on this podcast, but
Oh,
but
yeah.
we selected the same team, so we tied. um,
I can't lose.
yeah, right. So, but when I was looking at our rankings, we came in like a little under 600,000, which I mean seems a lot, but compared to like the millions of brackets that were
Yeah.
submitted, we did really well. And then we had a 97, a little over 97 percentage, and I'm guessing that's the winning percentage of our picks. So I
Mm.
mean, we actually, and if I wish Jimmy was here, but if he would have been in that first broadcast or the podcast, I think he could have swayed me to pick Duke to go to the Final Four.
Yeah,
But
'cause
because he did, he wasn't there. I kind of was, a Duke hater always. But we got
and I
75.
wasn't
What's
I'm
that?
sorry. Go ahead. We got 74%.
75% of our Final Four was correct. So we got three of the four teams. Then 100% of our championship was correct. So we got both teams that went to the championship. And then, of course, we got 100% of the winner that we picked. We picked Florida. So, I mean,
Uh,
with the exception of a few hiccups like Clemson and Drake, we pretty much picked the perfect bracket.
and Grand Canyon, we had them you had them going on that little
Yeah,
Cinderella story, and that kind of fucked us for a couple rounds. But
yeah, yeah,
I think, what turned me, agreeing with you with Florida was that right before we did that first podcast, I had watched Florida beat Tennessee. And I really hadn't watched too much college basketball, throughout the year. I try not to because lately it's the number 1 switch over so often. It's just a mess throughout the entire season. And until it starts getting into their championships, their, division or conference championships, that's when I start kinda paying attention, and then I go from there, and then I turn on ESPN and whatever. But, because I saw that Florida game and the way they played is probably the only reason I think that I picked or didn't give you more pushback is what I'm looking for,
mhm,
in our bracket because I played another bracket and I went with my original pick, and I ended up deleting that app, by the Final Four because I had Auburn. I picked Auburn to do it. I was like, "I'm gonna finally pick the number 1 overall to do it." I just spit on my keyboard. I hope that doesn't start sparks or anything. I don't understand technology. Um, but yeah, I had Auburn, I picked them. I was like, "I'm gonna be smart and see if the number 1 overall is gonna do it," because it the last couple years that I've been playing, those brackets, the number 1 overall usually pulls it out, and I've always picked them to lose, like Duke or something like that, and for some reason, I don't understand, Auburn was the number 1 overall, and I think we
yeah,
may have discussed this before because the majority of the brackets that people submitted had Duke winning, so how is
yeah.
Auburn that doesn't compute?
Well, it's. I mean, to take the over to or to overtake the number one team, it pretty much they had to lose, and I think they didn't lose until they got to the SEC championship, and a lot of times the committee looks at the quality of a loss, who they played against, and because it wasn't like a bad loss, so to speak, it didn't bump them down, so they remained at the top. And then everyone had so many high expectations of Cooper Flag, and just the way the other players of Duke just stepped up too. That they were definitely a contender. Um, they went to the Final Four, so.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think that's why Auburn remained number one is because they didn't have technically a bad loss.
they were just that team that was good enough to stay number 1, I guess, because they
Well,
weren't
yeah,
it
yeah.
I don't know, I didn't see anything because now I go back and I start looking, and I don't see anything spectacular from them. I see big games by Duke, I see close games, by who the fuck? Houston, but, what I don't see is, Auburn really in other than, "Hey, Auburn won," it was just kinda and I was like, "Damn it," I don't know. I don't know. That's the way it felt to me watching.
I still think that injury kind of hampered Janai Broom. I mean, I know he didn't. The next game he looked like he was still healthy, but I kind of think maybe some of it was psychological too, that he didn't want to get hurt. He knew the next step was to go to the NBA, so maybe he wasn't playing as hard. But I think that played a part in him not being as productive and helping the team win in the Final Four against Florida.
Okay, and I like that you bring that up because, in the last podcast, we had talked about the injury report for NCAA. You actually did a little bit of research and sent me an email, and it is due to, HIPAA. Supreme Court decision in Murphy versus NCAA, promoted calls from Big Ten athletic directors for a weekly national injury reporting mandate. The suggestions did not advance beyond the oversight committee, leaving NCAA sports with an anti an antiquated I can't fucking
And
sorry.
antiquated,
There it is,
antiquated.
antiquated. There you go. Thank you, professor. Policy of coaches regarding of coaches guarding information and creating a market for any with inside information about injuries. The main obstacle frequently cited by coaches and administrators appears to be one of perception regarding HIPAA. So yeah, um, I guess that kind of explains it. That they're I mean they're
I
kids
think there
and
yeah,
yep,
there was 2 parts to that. Is the HIPAA, which, most people know when they, go to the doctor and stuff, it's patient, doctor confidentiality, so,
yeah,
athletes are not obligated to
because
disclose their privacy as
I
far
mean
as health.
overall, this is a university, right? This is a school. That's what they're under. Like when they go to the NFL, it's different. That's a corporation. That is
Well, too,
right.
it
It
may have
doesn't
to
that
do with their contracts too that, because they're adults and they're playing professional, you're getting paid, so we'll tell you what you can and cannot do.
right.
So
And
that
plus,
I think that
if we're paying you millions of dollars, we want to make sure that you're not gonna keel over on the field, next year because your heart can't handle something.
right, right.
So, but I mean, I would think that there was you would expect that kind of care for these college players too. They're like, "Hey, you can't play football anymore because your heart hurts," or you
Well,
restricted.
again, I think it's up to the, because of the HIPAA rules apply. I think, it comes down to the student athlete. If they say, okay, yes, I have, like a heart murmur or a condition, so I'm going to disclose that to my coach, and I authorize him. He has to specifically authorize him to make it public. So that's essentially how HIPAA works.
Yeah.
They can't disclose it. But
Well,
the other thing too, though, Johnny, is the betting. They were trying to
yeah.
prevent like the influence of the betting. So
But now that
um,
we have DraftKings, now that we have FanDuel, now that we have all this stuff that is I mean, you cannot watch a sports game. I don't care what TV channel, any type of streaming without getting hit with some FanDuel or DraftKings, whether it be on, the background of the game you're watching or it be an ad from the streaming device. Here comes Jimmy. Um, here he comes.
There you go.
Jimmy! Hey, buddy, we're
Mm,
already recording. We're talking about, uh, DraftKings and HIPAA in the NCAA.
I got you.
But what we're discussing is, we brought up last week that the NCAA doesn't really have an injury report like the, professional sports do,
Mhm.
and we couldn't figure out why, so KJ did some digging in, and we figured out it was because of HIPAA violations, and my
Ah, that makes
yeah, and
sense. Makes sense.
my curiosity was like, well, is it because the school, they're student athletes, so it's more of a university, it's an educational thing, whereas the NFL is a professional sport, so you kinda have to give up your medical because but now that, there's betting in college sports, how that's where we're at right now.
Mhm.
How is that playing in? So, KJ, I don't know if I made that's where I was getting at. Like, do you think this affects uh is in the future are we going to see NCAA injury reports due to gambling in college sports?
I think we will eventually. I think it's going to progress to that just because there's so much money on the line. Um, and and I think some schools already kind of authorize it or kind of influence student athletes to disclose, their injuries. And because it's with the nil, people are going to want to know, hey, who's injured, who can play, so I can place a proper bet.
I feel
Um,
like I feel like they've been kind of doing this anyway, because you remember like Friday Night Lights and stuff like that. there was always people, there was always people talking about, well, how's so and so doing? How's so and so doing? They're like, there was always betting on college sports,
Yeah.
and there was always these backdoor like people who knew people, that kind of thing. So I don't know where I was getting. Sorry, my dog's trying to hunt my other dog. Stop.
What's up, KJ?
Okay.
How you doing, brother?
AJ, yeah,
Hey,
sorry.
what's going on?
Go ahead.
What's going on, Mo?
I'm good, brother. It's been a while.
What up, Mo?
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, I don't know if we were talking earlier. I'm sorry, I'm getting off subject, but I figured out how to implement like fart noises.
I heard, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
like,
saying that. What is
they're
that?
like,
So it just comes in with farts.
yeah, it's like editing. Yeah, it's like
Okay.
post production. So if there's any point that you want me to add one, all you got to do is just say, "Hey," and somebody's name, or KJ's is KJ. What is yours again?
I got something to say.
Come on.
There it is. And so I'm gonna put in a big old fart noise. But when he says that, you got to be quiet until he's done, and then I'll just I'll fill it full of farts.
That's
So,
awesome. Hell yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, let's get back to discussion before I threw it way off topic.
All good.
Jimmy, go ahead. We haven't heard you speak for a while because you haven't been here.
Yeah, it's been a while,
Glad,
man. Like it's been a while. So,
glad to see you wearing Virginia.
man, I'm just wearing it, man, because just hold my hair up. If I'm
I
not doing
you been,
anything,
you been
so
good,
I just
brother?
wear it just to hold my hair up, man.
So we talked about the March Madness
Mhm.
finals, and did you have a bracket?
Yeah, I didn't win, not even
Okay.
close. You know,
Okay.
yeah,
Uh,
like
what was your final four?
my final four was Duke, Auburn, Houston, and Florida.
Okay.
But none of the teams that made it, both teams that made it, were the two teams I said was going to lose. I thought they were going to lose. So,
You had
yeah, so like both teams, I picked both teams wrong because even though I was riding with Houston the whole time, I didn't think they were going to make it as far as they did. Just
dude.
because they don't
What
have offense, they got one player. That's all they really got.
Yeah.
K- KJ? He should have listened to the last podcast because according to what you said Houston was just going to out defense Duke and just smother them.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that would be the game to watch just because it was the offenses, Duke's offense versus Houston's defense, and I thought that would be a classic matchup. So it was a good game, man. It was a good game. So,
I missed
but
it. I felt I gotta admit I was asleep for both of them, and that dude,
That's all right.
that's the one thing I hate about living on the East Coast is sports. Because I mean NFL, they're fucking late, especially when I was working.
Hmm.
Yeah, because the games would be on late as shit, and then you'd be drinking all day, and then you got to get up early the next fucking morning. It
Dude,
sucks, dude. And
yeah.
then
yeah,
all this shit too, like all the championship games start at like 8, 9 o'clock at night. I sound like such an old man, but still,
Yeah.
like when you
No,
got
but I get
shit
what
to
you're
do,
saying. I get what you're saying. I totally agree because I'm an NBA fan, so like most of the games I watch come on California time. So like I gotta wait till like 10 o'clock to watch a game. Like work night. I'm like, you fucking asshole. Look. Like,
yeah.
it,
seriously,
it
I
does
hate it.
it doesn't end till 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, man, it's horrible.
I
It's horrible.
get off.
It's so
I
horrible. You know. Let there be a lot of fouls, man. Like it's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning before the game's over. Let there
there's
be a couple
there's
fouls. Like,
everyone goes to the line. It doesn't matter how much there it is of a blowout. Everyone goes to the line. I don't
mhm.
understand that. There it See, if they want to speed up a game like they did, remember when they sped up baseball? They need to speed
Yeah,
up
yeah.
basketball.
Mm.
Like, okay, when you're down by 20 and there's 15 seconds left and everyone's still fouling and sending people to the line, fucking end the game. There's got to be something. There's got to be something. And that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I
Yeah, I
understand that.
get you.
But
I get what you're saying though.
but yeah, the game's over. Just fucking stop. I
Well,
understand you have to do this because analytics say there's still a 2% chance you could fucking win. No, you're not. Dude, you
well,
play, like,
I
how
think
many
I think
games?
the big issue is the replays. That's what's making it go longer because now
Yeah.
that they've implemented what they should do is have referees, and I'm not sure if they do this now, but referees should be watching each play on the TV on the sidelines and then make a determination whether that's a foul. And then when the refs on the court call it, they should automatically review it without even, having to consult and come over and, because it's just taken way too long for those reviews to go through, and that drags out the game, and it's a lot of times it's at towards the end of the game, so you
Yeah.
got 2 minutes left, and it takes 30 minutes for that last 2 minutes.
So how is it that Major League Baseball, they're trying to shrink the game? And I'm not completely upset about that. I'll get to that in a minute, but they're extending, you know, NBA games with this. I mean, they're trying to get things right. I get that, but NBA has so many fucking stoppages. Have you ever been to an NBA game? It feels like they're playing music the entire goddamn
It
time.
is. It is. It's nonstop, man. It's nonstop.
They're supposed to
Yeah.
stop the
I love it,
music.
man. I love it. I love the atmosphere of a stadium. It don't even have to be my team, man. Like it's just the atmosphere. Like the music going is pumping, free like ain't free beer, but they got beer, you got food, good food, and it's a good time, man.
Yeah, I mean, live sports are great, but it just that I don't understand how they're trying to extend NBA games, but
It's
shrink
money.
MLB
They want
games.
money though. That's what it's all about, man. That's what's with all this. That's why we get college kids making all this money right now, and it's everything's becoming a business, like everything.
And what, KJ, what was the last NBA game you've been to?
I've never been to an NBA game.
Mm.
Me neither. Jimmy, are you the only one with
Like
NBA game?
I've been to Globetrotters and I went to a Charlotte
Oh,
game.
I've been to,
That
I
don't
went to,
count, but like I've been to a Charlotte game, like the Hornets. Like,
I went to the Globetrotters
but
when
I'm
I was
still
like,
going. I've been a whole bunch of Globetrotters, man. Like many times, like
you
many
keep
times
bet,
I have through the
you,
ages. Like,
you
through the
keep
ages.
betting on the Generals. I swear to God, this is gonna be their year.
I remember I got hooked, man, with Scooby Doo, man. That's how I got hooked. That's how I got hooked on the Globetrotters, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
Scooby Doo.
you
Like
guys know the
tricked us.
Globetrotters? The Globetrotters they have a little person now?
Yeah,
I think we
yeah.
can say midget now again. I don't
And they
know.
throw him
But
up there to dunk. They
yeah,
treat him like a prop, man. It's
they
kind of
throw
Yeah.
fucked
him up.
up. Like,
Hey, dude, Dinklage opened the door.
yeah.
Motherfuckers are getting paid again.
Hey,
I'm all
man, everybody's
for it.
getting paid, man.
And then he
Everything's a
shut the
business now.
fucking door.
You're an angry elf.
Yeah, that's oh man. Okay, I'm gonna skip all the way over to the fucking NHL. Did you see Alexander Ovechkin
Yeah.
to
Oh,
go ahead the scoring record over
yeah, I saw that.
Wayne, the great one Gretzky?
And it's
Oh man.
crazy because they had the picture. You remember the picture? They put the picture up. That
Yeah.
was crazy.
Dude, yeah, it's the same amount of games.
Yep.
But dude, I was sitting there watching the game. The wife was in the chair, passed out. She was taking a nap, you know. She works hard.
Mhm.
So I'm sitting there watching the game, and I just fucking made a tweet or whatever and posted. I was like, I know as soon as I go for a fucking beer, he's gonna score that goal. And for some goddamn reason, during a
Oh, that's
power play, this guy has scored the majority of his goals off the power play up in his little corner right there. They just feed him and he scores. You don't, I mean, it's the dumbest fucking thing the second dumbest thing I've ever done in my entire life
it's
was
so,
walk out
yeah.
of the fucking room when Ovi was about to break Wayne Gretzky's record while on a power
Dude,
play.
if it makes you
And
feel
I
better,
missed
man,
I missed it.
I actually saw it. Like when I saw it on replay. I saw it
Yeah,
on
yeah,
ESPN. That's
I
when I
came
saw it,
back,
man.
everyone was
I'll be
cheering.
honest.
I woke the wife up
Yeah.
screaming. I was like, "I fucking
Yeah.
missed that!" Like that, you know?
Oh boy.
Yeah. And she woke up and I was like, "I'm sorry. I just missed that shit." But
That
dude, look what
sucks,
I
dude.
found.
I get that though.
I found an old fucking set of hockey
Okay.
laces. Look who's on there.
Man, I do
That's
not have my glasses, man.
Alexander Ovechkin. I
Dude,
don't
that's
know
gonna be
how
worth
old
some
these
money.
are.
Hold on to
This
that,
is
man.
I don't know how old it is. Look, it's written in French on there
That's
too
okay.
because they're hockey
Brother,
laces.
hold on to that.
Montreal, yeah.
We're gonna
I
put
don't know
that on
how. Yeah, dude.
eBay.
I'll sell it to some fucking weirdo
Dude,
for like $100.
dude, right now, especially
They're
like,
wax
oh
laces
man,
too. Those are the best
dude,
ones. Wax laces.
dude. Somebody pay
Yeah.
some money for that. Just
Hell
because.
yeah.
You know?
Fucking A. Okay, I just wanted to
That's
bring that
pretty
up.
cool.
Does anyone else have any NHL notes they want to talk about?
KJ?
I know the Canes are they made it. They got to play the Devils, so they're going to play the Devils for I guess the first round.
Yeah.
All
Fucking
right.
Hurricanes. Dude, I'm just gonna go ahead and say rest in peace to my Blackhawks who were eliminated uh very early on. They had a record of 22-46 with 10 overtime losses. So you get like half
Oh,
the fucking point for
ouch!
that bullshit. Yeah. That's the NHL's version of the participation trophy.
Yeah,
It's an
this
overtime loss point.
Uh,
this will
That's
be a
what it is.
good time to implement the fart.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is what I think of the Chicago Blackhawks season. And that's all I gotta say about that. Where are we at? Where are we at? I don't even know
That's
where
gonna
I'll
be a
fuck
long
talking
ass
about.
fart,
Yeah.
dude. That's
Dude,
gonna be
there's so
that's gonna be a serious fart. That's gonna be a diarrhea drop.
there's so many. There's so many. There's multiples. They have small ones, they have wet ones.
Hey,
They
that's
have
crazy.
like
I can't wait to hear them, man. I'm not
I
lying. Like, that's human to me. Like I like that. I like fart noises, man. I'm sorry.
dude, farts are
Ryan.
always funny until you smell them.
Yeah.
I don't care, dude. Like, I don't care. It's like it's hilarious until you smell them.
Mhm.
If you're with I don't care if you're with a stranger in an elevator, like you hear a fart and you're like, oh my
Dude,
god.
those are the worst kind of
Yeah, yeah.
individuals, man.
You're
That
trapped.
will break wind in a loaded. Like they like doing it in a loaded elevator, so nobody really knows who did it. You know,
Uh,
like yeah, like that guy right there.
Jim, Jimmy, you are friends with somebody who farts in an elevator.
Dude, that's horrible.
That's
That is horrible. That is
yeah.
horrible.
When
That is
was the
so
last
horrible.
time you've been in a packed
Man,
elevator?
that's dookie particles, man. That's touching my fucking mouth, man. That doodoo
When was the
particles.
last time you've
That's
been in a packed? When was the last time you've been in a packed elevator? I can't like a pack. I'm saying there's more than
Vegas,
six people. More than six people, I would assume,
Vegas, like
is a
Vegas,
packed elevator. Like
like
eight.
5, 6 people, like 5, 6 people, enough.
Well,
Like
no, because
anything over two, somebody just farts. Like
no.
anything
Hold
over
on,
two,
hold on.
somebody will fart.
Jimmy, you're a married man, so you're usually with your wife. So
So
that's
that means
automatically
four more
two.
people.
That's automatically two in that's automatically two in the elevator.
Yeah.
So, I mean, average, I think six is kind of a packed elevator. I think
Yeah.
people would agree with KJ. What do you think is a packed
Yeah,
elevator?
I'd say
Why am I
six or
having?
more.
Six
Yeah,
or more. Because I've seen packed on videos where it's like
yeah,
13 people in there, like
Yeah,
sardines. Like
yeah, and
six,
yeah.
you
they
still got your
Like
space. You still got
and
your
then
little.
that in Captain America, he's like, anyone want to get out? Yeah, okay. So, when was the last time you ripped one
Me
or been on you've never done it? Like,
in an elevator?
yeah.
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Not in
wow,
an
you
elevator.
need to live.
I have done it. I have done it in public where I fog the shit out of people, and there's a multitude of people. But it's fogging. I give them an opportunity. They can take a
Yeah.
left or a right to get away from it. But like on an elevator, I got standards, man. Like I can't. Like to me, I can't do somebody. Like, dude, if I farted in an elevator, like it's not like
Yeah.
I stink, dude. Like I
I
stink.
know. I
My
know.
shit stink. Like
I've eaten your
I
food.
couldn't do that to
It's
somebody,
delicious
man.
food. It's
Like
just horrible,
couldn't do it.
horrible
I couldn't do
gas.
it. But
Okay.
in a group
So,
environment, bar, restaurant, like anywhere else, like yeah, because I give you opportunity to go left or right and you
yeah.
get away from the poop. but I don't want to trap you in my poop. I want to give you the opportunity to get away from my poop. That's all it's about. That's all. That's all it's about. That's the guy
He's an
I
equal
am.
opportunist.
You know,
He's
that's
like, I'm
just the
gonna give you
guy
a
I
chance.
am.
Giving them
We are
offers.
so
Giving
talking
them
about
offers.
poop right now.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Fuck it.
I'm sorry. That
God
was my
damn.
fault, yo.
Dude, okay. All right. Since we're talking about goofy ass shit, did you see that they made a fucking LeBron Barbie doll?
A
Jesus.
Barbie doll.
Yeah. KJ.
Never heard of her.
look, look. I'm a Miami Heat fan, man. So like me, like I'm gonna tell you like this. I appreciate the championship we got with LeBron, but like I am truly not a LeBron fan. You know what I mean? The same way I felt about T.O. Like I appreciate the touchdowns he scored for Dallas, but I still
Dude,
ain't a fan.
okay.
You know,
Hold
like
on. You make that comparison, and my immediate mind goes that T.O. is a way better talent than LeBron in their own sport. I do.
I
I
don't
do.
know.
I do.
LeBron's pretty good though. I give that. I give him that.
Um,
He a
Okay.
Yeah.
crybaby, but the
Yeah.
son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
But
It took
yeah,
him.
well, he so's T.O. That's my quarterback.
I mean,
That's my quarterback. But
like
as far as
LeBron's a hell of a fucking ball player, but like
Yeah.
he's too big to be a bitch. That's all I gotta say.
right,
He's too
but
big
he
to be a
is.
bitch. He's
But
too
he
big.
is.
He's too big.
That's the problem.
They
Like, I
call him the
don't.
flop for a reason. The man is a masterful. And he gets it. Like like I hate it, man. He's a Tom Brady of the NBA because he will walk up to a ref and that ref would be like, "You're right. Let me go ahead and give you that foul." You know, like that's I don't like that shit, man. Like I don't like that. You know, that's it.
KJ.
How you feel
Yeah.
about
I
that?
mean, yeah. I don't. I'm not a big fan of him. Never was. I'm a Jordan. I'm Team Jordan.
Yeah.
So, I
But
mean,
but 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 but
he's
but but but
he's
hold on,
he's
hold on. KJ, you come from a special position in this argument
Oh.
because you are an Ohioan, correct? From birth? And
yes,
then
that's
but
correct.
you are a UNC fan because you did grow up, I guess, in North Carolina. And I don't mean to throw it away like I guess, but uh so there's Michael Jordan and you are a UNC ride or die. I mean, this guy
Right.
leads fucking heel tars and all that other stuff
Right.
they have there. So you have no love for LeBron, even though he's from Akron?
Correct.
Akron. And
Yeah.
what is Akron's what is their
Acorn?
school?
Look at Jimmy's little caption. If you look at Jimmy's caption, just add
Oh,
a hash.
Zip, man. We already did this.
I
Remember Zip? Yeah, he explained it to us. It was a tire. It was that tire
yeah.
thing.
I
It was
want to
that
bring
tire
the
thing.
bit back because there are
Yeah.
going to be people who didn't watch that other
Yeah.
episode. They're going to
Yeah.
watch this one.
But I mean, I just don't like the fact that my position is when Jordan wanted to win a championship, he didn't leave his team. You know, he didn't leave to go to another team. And I'm not saying that that's bad. I mean, you know, some leagues just don't re-sign players, so they have to go. But LeBron made a decision to go from Cleveland to Miami, won a championship. Then he made a decision to go back to Cleveland, won a championship, and then he went to, you know, made a decision to go to LA and won a championship. So uh, I just don't like the fact that he he did that. I mean, Jordan brought the people that he needed to win the championship. He didn't give up his loyalty to the city or the team.
Yes.
And so, I mean, that's just my opinion. And of course, you know, we grew
And
up
it's the
watching
correct one.
Jordan, so we're kind
Yeah.
of more, you know, we have a little bit more
Loyalty.
emotional involvement with him because he
Yeah.
was so.
Well, I get that completely, and that is the correct opinion to have. And
I mean,
I guess if you call it a correct opinion, it's fact.
yeah.
But Jimmy, shit, I forgot what I was gonna ask.
Okay, man.
We're
Take your
we're
time.
we haven't addressed LeBron's
Which one? We got so
Barbie.
many LeBron things we could address right
He's
now.
a
If you
Barbie
want to.
doll now. He has a Barbie doll.
Yeah,
That
that's
was the
crazy,
original
man. I
question.
didn't even
Yeah.
hear about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. it's a LeBron Barbie doll, and I don't understand that, I guess. I don't know, like, well, who are you marketing to? I mean, I but the movie
I
was
don't
2
even
years
like. Why
ago,
do you?
right? Like, if you were gonna do it because of the movie, do it then, but
I don't even know, man.
I
Money?
think it's
Like
I think
I'm
it's
thinking
kind
it's
of fun.
money.
I think it's kind of funny because it's, the Barbie dolls are androgynous, right? So they don't
Mhm.
have like real male or
kitty
female
parties,
parts,
kitty
and it
parties.
kind of matches up with LeBron. Is he a female or a male?
They have him in that French maid outfit photo, remember? Yeah, that supposedly was a Halloween costume, but everyone was like, "That's a fucking titty party," and he
Y'all got me
admitted to
snorting
being
on TV, man. Y'all got me
no,
snorting.
and he'd been to titty parties too. I'm just saying, shit's lining up, man. Like, is like
Ain't no
who the
party like
fuck?
a
Like,
Diddy party. That's what the man
maybe,
said. That's what the man
may-
said.
maybe if he had an action figure, there would be something. But this is
Yeah,
a straight up fucking Barbie doll, dude. Like with like glasses, you can change out the glasses. They're probably gonna bring out like
I don't know, man. Like
his sleeveless
I
form or
think
some
that
shit.
like these individuals in
Who's
this
that
room right
for?
now, like the people on the screen, like we are just not accustomed to something like that. It don't make any, it's not making any sense to me. Like
Dude,
like why like it don't make any sense unless they
why?
pay you a lot of money, probably. Like that's the only thing. But the
Here's my
dude's rich.
question.
You know what I mean? Like he's
Here's my
rich.
question. Why the fuck does LeBron have a Barbie doll before Caitlyn, that Caitlyn chick from the
Mm,
WNBA? What's
mm.
her name? Pacers.
Caitlin
Because
Clark.
yeah,
Caitlin Clark. Yeah.
and hey, that
How the
girl's a
fuck does
beast. You wait
LeBron
till this year. You
Yeah,
like
I
wait
mean,
till the end of the
or that
season this year.
other girl that she has beef with, whatever they were
Oh,
using.
Reese. You're talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
Reese.
Angel
Yeah.
Reese.
How yeah, I mean, whatever they
It's
wanna
stupid,
use.
man. It's stupid.
Let
Man, look, man, like, look. I
hold
could
on,
go for
David.
days on
Yeah.
that right
Let
there. Those two
All I'm saying is
individuals, dude.
I
I could argue on like that
yeah,
situation right there. Like, it's just stupid.
because it is, because I think that is just a marketing scheme to get people to, they want beef, like rap album people are like, "Oh, you gotta listen to this song," gets people to listen to it. So now that, like, if they have beef, I guess people are gonna watch the WNBA. I guess it didn't work or
There's
it
really
did,
no
but either
comparison, though, man. It's like,
no, there isn't. But
it's like, it's no
how do
comparison,
you give LeBron a Barbie doll before you give either one of those female basketball players
man. Because
their
like
own Barbie
it's
doll?
both sides, man. It's just I don't know, man. Like both sides is money. I guess I don't know. Like it's obviously there's green attached to it, so but it's yeah, it just don't make any sense because there's so
That
many.
means LeBron wanted himself as a Barbie doll,
He asked for
and
it.
yeah, he
He
had
asked for
to.
it, brother.
That's the only way
I,
that's the only way
like,
that happens, right?
he, he asked for it. He had to, man, because like, why would they think that they would approach him on that? It's like, just think about it. Have they ever Barbie ever approached like anybody on it? If they have, it hasn't worked out because it never
I
happened.
think they
You
had
know
a
what I mean?
Tom
So
Brady.
like, he had to speak out on it, man. Like, but that's
He
just LeBron shit.
yeah.
Like, I always want to sound like a hater, man. Like he's a hell of a basketball player, but like he's just a weirdo as a person. Like he's a
People are
weirdo.
gonna buy that just so they can have
Mm.
the
Yeah,
Alexander
that's
Ovechkin
it. Hey,
Stanley.
they're gonna come flying off the shelves, and man,
Yeah.
both parties are gonna make a lot of money, man. There's no discussion about that because they're gonna change it. They're gonna have different uniforms. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. You know, like,
Shit, who's got something else to talk about? I got a couple more things, but I'm gonna save them for a minute.
well, shit, man.
You want
y'all
to talk
trying to
about
talk
Tom Brady?
Tom
You want to
Brady? Well,
you want to hear
you
what he
gotta
just
learn
did?
me something. You know, I've been. What's going on with
Oh,
Tom Brady?
okay. Did you hear about those dire wolves?
Yes, yes,
Do you
yes,
know
yes, yes.
who helped fucking create them?
Are you serious?
Tom Brady. Tom
he
Brady. Tom Brady. Paris
got
Hilton.
he got all kind of
Uh,
money to waste.
Peter Jackson, the guy from Lord of the Rings. All of them. They pump this money into this. Scientists are paid for now. That's why, like, all this shit you
That's
see
crazy.
online, people are like, why didn't you fucking bring this back from extinction or this back from extinction before you brought this?" The dire wolf, which technically is not, they Jurassic Park the shit out of it. So if you
Yeah.
ever remember Jurassic Park,
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
I heard it. I
it's
heard it's like, what
they
is it
had
like?
some of its DNA and then they replaced it with
Yeah,
like wolf and dog
yeah,
until
they say they
and
had like nine characteristics of it or some crazy
yeah,
shit like that.
they
Yeah,
had
something
enough
crazy.
that they can
Yeah,
say it's a dire wolf, but
yeah.
this is paid for
I
by
didn't know
celebrities.
that.
They paid dude, you understand? Like, people are pumping millions and millions of dollars into doing the same thing into cancer research and getting nothing. 5 celebrities pump money into these fucking scientists, and they bring a dire wolf back from extinction. Like, it's bullshit. Okay, that's my rant. But Tom Brady brought back dire
That's
wolves.
crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
heard about that, but I didn't know Tom Brady was part of that. I
Yeah.
mean, he's Tom Brady. He's like, what else? What else can I do? You know, like I date, I date supermodels that make $100 million a day. You know, like
How much is he
I
paying
have
in
sex with my
alimony?
teammates.
Wait, what? Hold on.
What? What? That's a rumor. Antonio Brown. That's why they had a falling out. He slept with his wife. Yeah, that was a rumor. You ain't hear about that?
Oh, I thought you said teammates, not teammates' wives.
Oh no, teammates.
I thought he was fucking his teammates.
No, like
I
his
wouldn't put
teammate
him.
was fucking his wife.
Oh, you saying Antonio Brown was banging Giselle?
That's what the rumor was, and that's why they had the falling out where Antonio Brown took the picture of him and his wife fucking his wife.
Oh.
Like, that really happened.
Oh.
But
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, there's
yeah.
photo evidence of that shit.
So I don't know if it's true or not, but I remember seeing the picture,
Dude, I don't
and then he
trust any of
posted it
that.
and
Any of
tagged
that,
Tom
like,
Brady in it. That's how
I
funny and crazy that dude is.
those
He
people
tagged his
running
quarterback, and they
those
got traded.
fuckers, they run in circles that I can't even begin to, you know, they're probably trading each other's shit off left and right. I don't know. I mean, they're probably I don't
My
know.
bad, I'm getting so off topic.
No,
KJ, you
no,
have
dude,
any
it's cool.
topics? I'm sorry, dude.
I mean, I
We'll
went from
talk
Tom
about
Brady
why I
funding.
sleep with players and farts and all kinds of stuff. My bad. I'm a little inebriated right now. It's been the first
Dude, I went this is my uh I went 3 days with no booze,
Mm,
and then I just grabbed a couple, 5. Only grabbed 5. I usually
mm,
grab 6, but I only grabbed 5, and I'm feeling it, dude. Like, yeah, I don't know if you
good,
guys can tell by the way if
good.
I'm fucking slurring my words or anything, but I'm trying to keep this going, just
Dude,
having fun.
it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I drank, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yep, okay, there you are.
Dude,
Hey,
it
how you doing?
feels I felt so much better, like, the first couple days kinda, like, sucked. Yesterday, anxiety, like, kinda kicked in, but I went for a walk this morning, and it was, like, my best 4-mile walk I had done in, like, fuck, 2, 3 months.
Come on.
So, yeah. So I was like, "Oh, shit, this really not drinking thing really works." And here I am
Let's
now, like,
celebrate. Let's celebrate. Have a
He's
drink.
like, I'll drink to that. He's like, shit, that was a good walk. Shit, that was a good walk. Shit, you know, around that day.
funny how that
That was a
works,
good
right?
walk, man. It's 4 miles. You hear that, KJ? Did you hear that? He said 4 miles. You gotta have a
Dude,
really
I do
big gun for me to go 4 miles. Like a big gun, natural disaster. Like I gotta, like, yeah, something like a dinosaur. You know, a pack of wolves, dire wolves, like coming at me. Like 4 miles. Shit, drink a coke. Have 2 more. You need two
just die.
more, man. I
You
celebrate you. I
you
can't remember.
dying.
Recall the last time I had
And then I do
two
hills
miles.
too,
You know,
man. I do hill.
I'm
I think
proud
I
of you.
pulled my left butt cheek though. There's a
I'm
little
proud of you,
sciatica
though.
action going. Either that or I think I used I have the detachable shower head. I don't have a
Mm,
bidet.
come on.
And the water was a little bit too hot this morning. You ever burn the skin around your butthole?
Mm.
It is not it's not a good water burn,
Oof.
like it's not a good feeling. It's like,
Walk
yeah.
funny, can't wipe your ass.
I
Like,
mean, well, you have to be gentle. You gotta get the good toilet paper. Gotta get to it. It
I
reminds me,
gotta wet it down. I gotta cool it off before I wipe it off.
I told the
This
wife I'm
whole
getting a
people shit
bidet.
right here, man.
For 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 Christmas or my birthday this year, I want a bidet.
Come on.
I swear to fucking God, I want one
Dude, you
because,
gotta order one. Get one now before the
dude,
tariffs hit. Like,
dude,
get one now. Just don't get it from
yeah.
China because the tariffs still up for China.
Well, they make
Like,
the best ones.
like,
They make the best
get it.
ones.
Man, the Asian people, man, they got shit that fucking
Oh, dude, I want the
like
crisscross applesauce,
you
everything.
got
Like a
shit that's
sprinkler.
it's like the Matrix. Like I never used one, but I seen them. It's like this, and
Yeah.
then it's like this. Like it's fucking crazy.
Hey,
I'm
KJ,
like,
remember
damn.
the one? KJ, remember the one we found in Egypt?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we thought it was a water fountain.
Like, what is a
There-
water fountain doing in a toilet?
Why is it so low? like,
there's one foot. Jimmy, remember that photo
like they
used to
are
be on
so flexible. They are
Jimmy.
flexible here.
Jimmy, that photo, there was a photo when I was in Egypt. KJ and I were in Egypt right after September 11th,
Mhm.
and there was a bidet in the room we were in, and there's a photo. It was like a little brass tube that came out
I
of the
think I
toilet.
seen it. Yeah, I
It
think I
was
seen
on
that one where
it
it
was
came
on
up.
Nicole's it was on Nicole's kitchen or her refrigerator
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
Because she like printed out. This is back in the day and would be like,
I didn't
one of
know.
those printed. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know who the fuck that
Yeah,
what it
and
was.
I had emailed you guys this photo to so I was like, "We finally figured out these crazy Egyptian water fountains," and it was, like, clearly a toilet, but it was the bar was bent a little bit. I guess someone dropped a turd on it hard enough to bend it, so it made it the way KJ took the photo,
or
he had a digital camera,
or
which was, like, yeah,
Yeah,
state of
yeah.
the art at the time, and the way he took the photo, it made it look like the water was going in my mouth.
that's crazy. Yeah, I remember that photo now. I remember that photo. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that shit.
Fuck, how did we get here?
That was a crazy
Dang.
fucking. That was a crazy year. Like when you got back, that was a crazy year.
Yeah. How did
That
we
was
get
our
to
last
bidets?
summer that we had. I think that was the last summer we had when you came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like last,
Long time.
like fucking, like oh, gotta be grown up now.
Yeah.
Like it fucking sucked after
Yeah.
that. Like I was like,
That's when I used my government credit card
yeah.
before they were when I got back.
Mhm,
Because yeah, and I hadn't gotten paid yet. So I was
mhm.
buying everyone beer on my government credit card and then just making sure I was making the payments on it so they couldn't bust me for it.
Ah, the times were good. Times were
Oh,
good, man.
yeah. Let's go back.
Yeah,
Bush.
that
W.
was fun.
W. We all had free shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, we are way.
Sorry,
I don't even
sorry,
know
y'all.
when. KJ, you haven't said
Yeah,
anything in a while. How's it going, buddy?
they're good, good.
I love that your daughter is wearing the number 23. Of course,
Yeah, yeah. That was her
Michael
favorite
Jordan.
number in high school and stuff.
I wonder
Uh,
why. Yeah, could a daddy
It could
been
be.
any
It
little bit
could
of
be.
influence?
It could be.
so this little,
Yeah. I tried to get them into basketball, but they weren't feeling it at all because I was yelling at them more than the coach on the sidelines. But
yeah.
come on, give me some defense.
Get your goddamn hands up. Read the hips. Come on.
Well, then I realized I need to step back a little bit and then let them find their own way. But
Mm,
yeah, they like volleyball, so
Dude, my cousins played volleyball in college, dude.
hell yeah.
It's a hell of a sport, dude. You can get to places. I mean, shit, it'll
yeah,
pay for fucking
Right.
college, dude. Why not?
yeah,
Dude, like even after the fact, they could travel. They could travel all over the place and just play professional volleyball. Like
Dude,
yeah,
you could literally get paid for this the rest of your life until you
I
don't want
yeah.
to
would
do it anymore.
I would much rather see like a professional women's volleyball than a professional women's basketball. I think it would do
Well,
much better.
they
What's
actually
that?
have them, Johnny. They
Yeah,
started
they got them.
a couple professional leagues about 2 years ago. One is called the um, it's the PVF, the Professional Volleyball Federation, or something like that. But
What?
there's only about 8 teams.
Well, I mean, that's usually how it starts. You start
Mhm.
small. Where are they
Yeah,
at?
yeah. Well, mostly in the Midwest, like Omaha, Columbus has one. Columbus, Ohio. Orlando has one. I think Las Vegas has one.
Of course.
And basically they play. I think their season is over now, but I think they start like in January through March, and then they play like a tournament. I think last month would have been their tournament or something just for the championship. Um, but yeah, they got them now, which is good because a
That's
lot of
cool.
lot
Yeah.
of athletes, their only option was to go to Europe or overseas and be away from home. And now they can play in front of their families and crowds and stuff like that and fans. So
That's
See,
awesome.
that's the one I
yeah,
knew about. I knew about
yeah,
the overseas one. I didn't know they had in state. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
yeah, they just
Dude,
started it a couple years ago, Jimmy. So it's fairly new.
it's way more exciting than and just my personal opinion. I find, and all the other bullshit aside, what everyone else is thinking, women's volleyball is way more exciting than women's basketball. It's
I
just
like
Huh?
women's basketball though, man. I do. Like I think they also have their own category. That's what I feel like. Because like it is, man, like I love like watching the females final four. Like there's some solid teams in there. I was
Yeah,
yeah,
glad to
but it's
see South
usually,
Carolina.
but Jimmy, it's
I was glad to see the Gamecocks,
there's
but
there's a reason why the women's basketball the
no, there's a reason.
college
No, I get that.
madness isn't madness because you can usually predict which team's gonna win.
Yeah, but
They're
everybody thought
usually their top four, their final four is usually three
it
number
is.
ones for a majority of the years constantly.
Mhm.
So it's not really a big thing. And
I
that's what I'm
absolutely
getting. Like
agree with you on that.
I find women's volleyball more exciting than I
Yeah.
do women's
I mean, it's
basketball.
fun.
Just the sport.
Michigan's like the female college Michigan. They for years had solid. They had a solid volleyball team. Only
Yeah.
reason I knew because it was always on ESPN too. ESPN.
yeah. Nebraska and Wisconsin too. They're always top tier.
Mm-hmm.
In the top 10. So
Crazy. What other are you guys into? What are you guys getting into this week?
Like sports
Like,
or
what do you like? Are there any
or
new
life.
like shit you guys are watching, dude? I've been watching Mobland on Paramount.
Dude, I'm waiting. Like I gotta wait for a couple more episodes.
Why? Why though?
I binge watch. So like my days off, like I binge watch. That's what like because I get mad having to wait. I'm impatient. I don't like waiting. I'd rather just not start it and be like, okay, well I got four. I can deal with four. I can
We
deal with
are. I believe we're
I binge
all
watch.
Zennials, are we
Yeah.
not? We're all
what's that?
Zennials. We're all Zennials or whatever the fuck that they call it. Zennials.
Are you
We're
talking
all
about the
between
age group? I'm a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit older, man. Like,
77 to 83.
yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah, we
it's
are.
10X.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know what it's
there's
called.
no, there's a small amount, they're called the Zennials, it's from 77 to 83.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
that wouldn't be me.
okay, you're just outside that one.
He's like, yo, the
But,
outside looking
yeah,
at it.
I'm the youngest one, I got the least amount of hair, this is fucked up,
It's
man.
okay.
I'll,
It's
This ain't
okay,
I'll
man.
give you. I can give you some, Johnny.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want that kind of hair. I know where that's coming from. I don't want that one. It would fit perfectly up here though.
Yeah.
But no, it's like we had that like that that process, what do they call between analog and uh into digital? Fuck man, I forgot what the fuck I was saying. But before the whole hair thing came up. Anyway, never mind. Damn it.
Well, you're,
I
you're
just I just completely fucking blanked right there.
It's all right, brother. It's
What
okay.
was I talking about?
You were talking about like we were talking about zillennials or zemennials or
Yeah,
yeah.
but
You were
I
just talking
was
about that
leading
group.
yeah, I was leading into something and fuck, man. I just completely forgot what the hell I was going to say. So, yeah, my Blackhawks suck, my White Sox suck. We didn't even get in the Major League Baseball. Let's talk about that. My White Sox suck. They won the first 2 games, and then they went on
Okay.
a 7-game losing streak. So
It's okay.
happy birthday!
Cool.
What,
Nothing. I'm not saying anything.
dude?
I'm not
What
saying.
the fuck
I'm
did I
not saying
do?
nothing.
Like I went off on
I'm
some
like.
shit.
I'm not saying nothing, man. Like I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out. Like KJ, you have a topic? You got a topic, KJ?
Should I
Oh,
should I pause and go pee?
If you have to, my brother.
Yeah. Hold
You got
on.
it. You got a pee, John boy?
So if you've been able to stand with us for the past 10 minutes, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. I really had to urinate, and so therefore I could not maintain a rational thought for longer than approximately 30 seconds, apparently. I don't know, the tape will tell. So we are back. Thanks, guys. Again for doing this. This has been so much fun, and we're gonna keep on going because I'm not done talking about sports and shit and whatever the fuck is going on, like peas and poos
Fart.
and and whatever hell else. So before I go way off topic, KJ, we haven't heard a lot from you today. How's everything been going, brother?
yeah, I can't complain. Still working. Girls are good. I appreciate you looking out for me too on that flooding in Ohio.
Yeah.
So
Oh, how was your nephew, dude? Was it
yeah, he's
affected?
good, man. Again, I appreciate it. I
What
asked him
happened?
about it, and he's upland, so he's not really being impacted by the floods too much. He just said that it's kind of hard to get around the town because he's actually on the West Virginia side. He's
Oh,
works at a hospital, but um, yeah, so he's good. But thanks,
yeah.
I got to check
It's
on him, so he's
yeah.
okay. Him and his family.
Well, what do you think the worst never mind, I was gonna make a stupid West Virginia joke, but I'm not going to. He works at West Virginia Hospital. I'd be like, I mean, I feel like that's a lot of like a lot of horrific injuries. Like you ever been to like a Midwest hospital where it's like a lot of farm injuries
Well,
Mm,
I
and
imagine because
very
mm.
it's
gruesome. West
I
Virginia be like rocks and shit. Like that one
yeah, it's
dude, the
Coal mine.
120, yeah, the one
Yeah.
127 hours dude who cut his
Yeah.
own arm off.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Wait, I think that was Utah, but
No,
anyway.
or
that was
what?
out west. Yeah, that was. I think it was out west somewhere.
And then that Jason Bourne guy, remember this wasn't
Yeah.
in the Midwest, but he got ran over by like a snowblower or
Right.
something.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that guy. I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, but yeah, he's not in the actual rural areas. I mean, it's a city compared
Yeah.
to for West
By
Virginia. So
population and yeah,
yeah,
however
so I
they
think they
label us.
have more than one street light, but yeah, yeah, he's good. And again, thanks again for letting me know because I didn't realize it till
Dude,
till you told me about it.
Twitter is like my news source.
There it is, man.
Pissed so many people off with that, but yeah, I was like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. That was where I saw it was like heavy flooding in Ohio and stuff, and it reminded
Uh,
me of when way back in the day. Remember when the Mississippi flooded? Like the arch was like way over and shit. You guys remember that?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I think it's happened a few times in the past,
Yeah,
20 or 30 years. So
I
I,
guess
I
that's
remember
my fault.
when I first was at Fort Eustis, and they I think I was reclassing at the time, and there was a big old hurricane coming through, and they were making all of us, even the new students, that were reclassing, fill sandbags. We're like, come on, man, we're supposed to be in class studying, man.
Yeah.
We gotta pass these tests so we can get our new job, MOS. So
They're like that James River gonna creep up on you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man.
we're trying
I'm
to get the
telling you.
fuck out of here. We're not trying to fill
Yeah, that's
sandbags,
crazy,
Yeah.
man. That's
dude.
crazy. You just
So
drive up the street. Like you just drive up the street. It ain't gonna be that bad.
What's it? Warwick and
Yeah.
Jefferson always would get flooded, man, because they were like low level
Well,
roads,
no,
man.
all of Virginia, like unless you start going to like Williamsburg, it's below sea level. So like
Yeah.
Fort Eustis, Newport, all of Newport News, like, like let them get a surge, some kind of surge, it's over. It's flooded. It
Yeah.
has in the past, over the past, like back in the '60s, it was bad. Where it flooded the whole. We call it the bottom. It's like downtown Newport News. They call it bottom.
Mm.
For multiple reasons. For multiple
Yeah,
reasons.
definitely. Yeah, yeah.
So, dude, the Masters are up this weekend. I haven't paid attention to golf in forever, but I've always wanted to go to Augusta just to go to Augusta. But then I heard about like the waste management fucking tour or whatever. I don't know what do they call it when it's a, a fucking I don't know a game, a golf game. Like this is the Masters, but
It's
there's
a
like the
match. I
waste.
think they call it a match or something like that.
Is it a match? Okay, I
Yeah, I
don't know
think it's
that.
a match.
My son, if he's
They
listening,
got a lot of tournaments.
he's really good at
My
golf.
father-in-law's into that, man. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
he's crazy big into that.
Dude. Jimmy, tell KJ who your grandfather is. Like this dude.
Well, no, he's my actual father-in-law. This dude's
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah. That's what I meant.
but
Sorry.
his father was crazy, man. Like he was an Irish boxer, and he used to travel like around the U.S. and go. It was part of a circus, and people
Uh-huh.
would pay 5 cents to try to knock him out, and they have a line of people, and he never got knocked out,
Yeah.
never. He was a semi-pro boxer where how they used to box back in the, I guess like in the 20s and 30s, they used to
Yeah.
stand there by picture. It used to be by picture.
Which one?
How you were southpaw or
Which,
like
which one was the guy that's played Pebble Beach like 50
oh no,
times?
that was Pops.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Pop.
Abby's dad. That's Abby's dad. Like
Yeah,
he plays
Abby.
all of them, man. He's been playing golf since
I met this
he
dude.
started doing it in the army, dude. Like
Yeah.
he was doing it in the army because a
Talk
colonel,
about it.
like his
Yeah.
fucking colonel taught him how to do that. Like fucking play golf. And
Get this, KJ. Guy joins the army and then gets stuck like as some colonel's fucking bitch.
driver. He was a
Yeah,
driver as
bitch,
an
colonel's
E1.
bitch.
As an
But this
E1,
but
man.
this
Like,
colonel in California, but this
yeah,
colonel
Wow.
loved to play golf. So guess who he went and played golf with? His
yeah,
fucking bitch driver.
yeah,
Yeah.
So, and this was back in the day when Pebble
yeah.
Beach was like, whatever. This is what, 60s,
Yeah,
70s,
he was.
Jimmy?
I don't know
Yeah,
what base he was at, but he was an hour and a half from Monterey. He was an hour and a half from
Monterey.
Monterey.
Yeah.
That's where he was stationed.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's
Yeah.
LA traffic time. It's way different
I
than
don't like. No, it's
regular
on the coast.
traffic.
He said he just ran the coast now.
Yeah,
He said that long stretch right there, wherever Monterey is,
yeah.
like he drove that whole thing down. Like
But yeah,
that's
dude.
crazy, dude.
So I've always wanted to go see like a professional golf match, but I understand like the Masters is like the top of the level,
Yeah.
right? Like I don't even know. Are you guys even paying attention? Like, does it start this? It starts this weekend, right? Oh, Rory.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
usually the week after the NCAA championship. So
Mhm.
Okay.
I think it started today and it's gonna run through Sunday probably. I think it's
Well,
like a 4-day tournament.
right now, Jalen Rose, the basketball player, is the top player right
Yeah.
now.
What
Yeah,
is that? Denmark?
he's got a
It's
minus
like
6.
Denmark.
Tell me that's not Jalen Rose. It says J Rose,
Yeah.
and it's the ESPN app. So who else are they talking about?
Well,
And then
I think one of the reasons is, once Tiger left, it lost a lot of interest in golf, for non-golf fans. You know what I mean? Just because
yeah,
he was doing some amazing stuff, and
yeah, he
but
was
once
on
once
and
he
off the course.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
The lucky
absolutely.
So there's not been a real like kind of like American that's we've kind of been able to get behind, at least
That's
in my
right.
opinion. You know.
Is Rochambeau not American? I mean, it doesn't sound American, but who knows? Like some of these guys like get American citizenship and play. but then when like the Ryder Cup comes along, they play for their country. It's like
Right.
international soccer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
so yeah.
But I
Anyone
think
else?
the only one I recognize is McElroy, which is,
Yeah.
but it looks like he's, I think, Swedish or something. I'm not sure
Right?
what.
Like, what is that up with? I thought he was like Scottish or Irish.
Maybe it is Scottish. I'm
Man,
not
like
sure.
the thing that sucks, man, the European flags, they all like almost all look like Denmark or look at the flags. Look at all the flags. Those are different
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah.
Like they all the European flags, they copy each other.
Did
You know,
Yeah.
they
like
change
they
their
kind of like
flags?
it's
Because
weird.
I used to know European flags, like
Uh,
country flags, pretty good. Like it got confusing in the Middle East, but uh, I mean, countries' flags are pretty easy. Did they change everything? Because McElroy, like, what is that? I thought Scottish was blue and white, not red and what the fuck? Like, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
They
It's
all
like a
got
crop.
yeah, they're different forms of crosses.
Yeah.
Oh my
Just look
god.
at Hatton, McElroy, and Rose. It's
Oh
all
my
three different
god.
countries, but it's like they all look the same. It's
Why is the
like
guy tied for 28th?
it's weird. You know
Neiman
what I mean?
got a Texas flag. You see that? It looks like
It's crazy.
it looks like
It's
Texas.
the 51st state.
Son of a bitch.
It's
Oh man.
crazy.
Before we go, can I talk to you guys? Because I need to talk to somebody about this fucking deep dive shit I've been getting into about the Mormon church. No? Okay. We'll end it here then.
No, go ahead.
I
Speak
was
on it.
waiting. I was like, so what are we talking about?
I was about to pull a Chris
I don't
Farley
have
and be
any
like,
special underwear, man. You're all right. You can talk about Mormons. You know
dude,
me.
dude,
We
I
you
don't wear no
we was
special underwear.
Me and Jimmy were pausing so you could enter a sound effect.
a I'll just enter the horns of Jericho or something and scare them all. Oh, I don't know, dude. Like, I didn't realize like it was as batshit fucking crazy as it really is. And not to say it's just I'm not a religious person. I believe there's a higher power, but I some of the shit like that this church has been guilty of doing as far as sexual cover-ups, sexual assault cover-ups, and just
Rape of children.
fraud and
Yeah,
yeah, all
like
types of
yeah, it's
and
bad.
it's an American fucking religion. Like it's
Well,
something
no,
that
man.
we
What like the crazy part is what it is a religion that somebody made up. It was like
yeah,
in my
a con man.
backyard, I buried like I dug up. You know, like
He's a con man. Joseph Smith was a
yeah,
fucking con man. There's a book that the Mormons would never ever release in whatever their publishing company that they have. Um and it's written by somebody who was grown up in the Mormon church and like had a family directly related to like Joseph Smith and was like, this is all bullshit. Like he's a fucking con man. And to each whatever, if you need to follow some type of shit, but you need to understand that like these people are being manipulated and doing some fucked up shit. Like like KJ, I sent you that podcast I was listening to. It was like the
Yeah,
females. It was what was it
yeah.
called?
Underneath the stairs or
Yeah,
something.
something underneath or whatever, and they had like a half a year's worth of podcasts just on LDS, dude. And
mhm.
that's the whole I've been diving deep into
Yeah.
because like their husbands do Last Podcast on the Left, which is like one of the largest podcasts in the world right now. And it's all true as far as true crime goes, anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just wanted to shit that out a little bit because I
No,
like if I
but
get
that
to
whole that dude pretty much what he did was gather people to pay for a religion
yeah,
because
dude,
that's what he did. He gathered people and paid for
there
a
that
religion and
that
created something.
church is estimated to be worth
The richest.
anywhere
They're the
from
richest
two
than
two
Catholics.
to $2 to $600 billion. Yeah, they outdo the
They
Catholics, and
outdo
people be like,
they outdo the Catholic Church tenfold. Yeah, like
"Yeah,
they're number one, man. I
oh,
didn't believe
I
until I
wouldn't."
looked it up. They're number one. Yeah,
Yeah, they're not. I don't know if they're as strong, but the fact that people like are like,
because you
this is
gave
this
people the
is an
options
American
of
it's an
having
American religion.
multitudes.
It's something we can do something about,
Right.
but nobody is. It's, like, weird. It's like, we're gonna wait until after it happens and then be like, "Remember when they did this fucked up shit?" Like, yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
I think he started it with the guise of religion, and so people
Yeah,
didn't want to touch it. You know what I mean? So they're like, well, that's what they believe. So we don't want to offend them, or we don't want to go against their religious belief because supposedly this country was built or founded on the
yeah,
religious freedom. So I think that played a part of it, but I think ultimately he created something where he wanted to manipulate people to basically be subservient to him, and
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's
Do
crazy,
you
man,
know
crazy.
that
it is.
Mormon people of the Mormon Church, LDS, pay 10% of their annual income to the church, no matter what. It's called tithings.
Yeah.
10%. Can you imagine? Like, I would there's no f that would be the inst as
Look,
soon as they said that, I'd be like, "Nope. Get the fuck out of here." Like, I'm not no. Look, motherfuckers, like, believe what you want, but as far as I know, I'm present here and now, and whatever is whatever is beyond, but I'm not paying anyone to fucking
dude, this
get
is
my way into
crazy.
heaven, dude.
Think
No.
about this. Look at it like this, man. They have something that's called soaking. Soaking.
Oh, ooh,
That's yeah,
yes.
yeah. Soaking. It's where you're
It
not allowed to have sex before marriage, but you can stick it in there and don't move.
Oh, yeah, and then people
Soaking,
can, like,
man.
jump on the
Like
bed.
that just sounds irregular, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why you gotta make it think about
I
soaking?
would do
You
that.
know
I
what I mean?
would do
Like
that.
either do it or don't. Like
I would
soaking.
do that
Like,
if I was, like, super fucking high on Molly. I'd be like, "Let me just leave it in there." You know,
like
but
it's like
no, it's
I'm just gonna get drunk here and fall asleep. Here, hold
yeah,
this.
just yeah. I
Don't
used to
move,
call
baby. Don't move, baby, or it won't count.
Like, we can't get married. Don't move. We're going to hell. We're going to hell.
oh my god, it start
But
start
look,
putting,
man, it's
like
cool. Like I said,
start
man, they
start
rich
putting
though. They're doing
pepper
something,
start
man.
putting
They're doing
pepper
something
on your
because they're
finger.
rich.
You put pepper on your finger and, like, stick it under her nose. "Shush, shush, don't do it, don't do it."
Mhm. Mhm.
Right?
You go
Give him a
flying
little
out of
hot
her.
sauce. Give him a little hot sauce.
I used to
Burn
call it
you up.
taking a nap on their back. Like, you just leave it in and just take a nap on their back.
Horrible. Horrible.
Mm.
Yeah, anyway, so, yeah, Mormons, you fucking that's what that's kinda my thing right now. I don't know, I'm diving deep into that and
Crazy, man, though. Like how much money they got,
dude,
dude.
I but
So a lot of
I
people believe in that. Like a lot of people follow that because that's a lot of money to be the richest over the Catholic
but it's
Church, and the Catholic Church is rich
Jimmy,
because
the thing is, the
they've
money
been taken
goes
for a long
to
time.
the money goes to just a certain amount of people, and the way they protect themselves is just horrible, but yeah, I get the whole Catholic Church, like, there's ties, like, I mean, if somebody was presenting the Catholic Church to you now as a brand new religion, you would treat them the way I'm talking about Mormons, like,
Yeah,
"Wait a second, so
that's right
now
on.
because
Yeah.
you say these words, this turns into actual flesh and blood, so now I'm a cannibal?" Like, "Wait, that doesn't make any fucking hold on, wait, time out," you know? Because technically not technically, but that's what they're saying, that's what the Catholic Church believes, and when you go to mass, watch the people. It's everyone's eyes are forward, and then it's knees, it's standing up, it's holding hands, it's turning and
Dude, like
shaking,
I grew up
and then it's
I know because I grew up Catholic. Like I went.
it's
My
very
mom went through
cultish.
every stage of religion that you got from Baptist to Presbyterian to Catholic. Catholic to me was the longest. It was never like it was like Catholic church. You never really knew when it was going to end. Like you, sometimes it go 2 hours, sometimes it go hour and a half, and then people randomly
Yeah.
stand up and sit down and like singing hymns and like it's more of like it's hard to say like it's hard to explain it, man. It's just I don't want to do it on a live
No, no,
podcast to
no,
explain
no.
it,
I get
man.
it, dude. No, I
Like,
mean nobody's listening this far in
yeah,
anyway, Jim. We're just
yeah.
talking
But
about
it's just
it. I've
I feel like the
we've
Catholic
been
Church
there.
is a
It's
business. Like
I'm not
it's like
I'm
cookie cutter.
I'm not
Like
trying to shit on
yeah.
religion. I believe that they
No,
believe in something more, because otherwise, what is all this for? Eminem, call me. You can use
yeah.
that. Uh, I'm gonna add some drums right there.
Come on, dude.
Right
Like
there.
Eminem called me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, all right. Fuck all this bullshit. KJ, last thoughts before we go.
Yeah, I guess just circle back to what we started with is, we did well in the tournament. We got three of the four final four. Got the championship game right, and we got the
You
champion
called
right.
it.
So for those who your subscribers and listeners, you may want to follow us next year if you want to get the winning pick for your work pool or with your friends.
Or
Come
your
on.
just your personal pool, as I prefer. I personally pull it once a week.
Mhm.
But yeah, dude, like I mean, had I put our actual shit into the other one, the other bracket that I was using, which I'm beating myself up, I would have won. I would have won
Yeah.
it.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
instead, I tied with KJ because I joined his league and we inputted the same picks due to the podcast. Jimmy, let's
Come
hear
on.
it, brother. We haven't heard from you in a while. Give me your last thoughts. What's up? Not your last thoughts, but before we go,
I mean, like,
spit it out, brother.
fucking, we pretty
Why is
much
there a bot behind you? What is that? Is
no,
that
no.
pressure cooker?
Oh, this is
No,
the
no,
package
other
of it.
way. Up top.
That.
Looks like a space engine. Yeah.
Oh man, that's like our family tradition. So they do my wife's side of the family. They do the fucking horse race every year, the Kentucky Derby, and
Oh
everybody
yeah.
in the family picks a horse, and whoever wins it, like they keep it. So we just hold on to it because our family picks winners, not national championship, but like horses and greyhounds and slot machines. I'm your guy. Everything else,
Yeah.
I'll lose. I'll lose. So,
KJ's a big fucking horse.
Damn right. Looks like we're to be doing a podcast for the Kentucky Derby,
come
because that's the
Oh,
on,
yes.
first Saturday in May, baby. Run for the
First Saturday.
roses.
Hey,
dude.
KJ,
That's
hit
why
me
I
up with
invited you down here, man. They're gonna have that. They're gonna have like their version, country style, New Kent style, country version, live horse racings right down the street here,
dude.
like in Williamsburg and Toledo.
KJ, send me a text to remind me of those dates so we can actually do that podcast. But
Sure,
dude,
sure.
I want to bet on horses so bad, but the wife doesn't
Bro,
like
they
it for some reason. I don't understand. I tell her, it's like those
well,
horses live great fucking lives. It's not like they're abused. It's not. Yeah, I
oh, they
would
fucking
think
drink fucking
differently. Yeah,
champagne and
if it
beer.
was like dogs or whatever, and even then, I don't know. But there's a reason why dog racing doesn't exist anymore, and horse racing does. But I really want to go spend some money on some horses, but I have to
They're
do it
fun,
live.
dude.
None of that off track stuff. I
My
don't feel
favorite, my favorite, like my favorite, if to bet on any animal that's racing, like I like horse
ostrich.
racing. I
Ostrich.
like greyhounds, man. I like dogs, man. Like I like, and
Is
it's
that
just
still a thing? I thought
yes,
Michael Vick put it into
yes.
that.
No, it's still a thing. It's still a thing in Florida.
Well, he did it. He did it a little bit differently,
Yeah,
Josh.
it was not that kind of. They just run. They just chase a rabbit. They
Yeah.
just chase a rabbit and win
And what
money and
happens
live a
when
good
they
life.
get the rabbit, Jimmy?
Uh,
They kill the
uh,
dog
uh,
because that dog never runs again. Remember Snatch? Anyone? No,
it got dark.
nobody remembers
Oh
the
yeah,
movie
yeah. The
Snatch.
diner.
Yeah. What
Oh
happens when the dog catches the rabbit? they
Oh,
put the
sorry.
dog down.
Sorry, Johnny. I just wanted to interject to one
Oh.
thing is I know you've been watching a lot of shows and stuff and doing streams and stuff, but there's a thing on Hulu called A Thousand Blows. I'm not sure if you've seen it,
Oh my
um,
god.
but it's pretty good. It's got that one of the Jason Statham's his buddy, his partner in
Oh, Statham.
the movie that you just mentioned.
Which one did I just mention?
The one with the dog where they're chasing the dog.
Snatch. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's,
So Jason Statham, his buddy that he's kind of a
the guy
nerdy guy.
he's in that new Netflix show right now.
Yeah, A Thousand Blows. So if you get a chance, check it out. It's pretty good.
No,
check
the
it out.
other guy.
It's not Jason Statham. It's the guy that was his buddy in the movie.
Yeah. Adolescence. There's the dude in Adolescence, Charlie. Not Charlie, Stephen Graham. Okay, we're talking about two different guys. And from the movie Snatch.
Is it?
His buddy, Jason Statham's buddy in Snatch, like the smaller guy,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
is the lead actor in the most popular show on Netflix right now called Adolescence. His actual name is Stephen Graham. Yeah, and the other guy, you're talking about the other guy, KJ. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
I
on my
fucked that all up.
list. Adolescence,
Yeah.
that's on my list.
You know how
Got that on my list.
they shoot every episode like they shot the movie 1917. It's
Okay.
an all one action shot.
Mhm.
Like they never cut. They never jump cut. It's like it follows, this person and they get into this and then it follows that person. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a nonstop camera. It's one of those it keeps you in it. It's as long as it's I don't know, I kind of got away from it a couple times in the first episode, but I think as it goes on, it'll hook me a little bit more, but
Gotcha.
yeah. It's a good show, I guess. It's number 1 on Netflix, but sorry, KJ, I just shit all over your guy. But go ahead. That guy from Snatch.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. Okay, well, guys, thank you so much for doing this. We are definitely gonna hook back up. KJ, once you send me those dates, and we will put out a new podcast with a little bit less of me rambling.
It's
And
all my fault, y'all.
no, dude,
We were just talking nonsense.
the tape will tell. Like KJ's like, "Fucking hell, man! I don't know what the hell." Too drunk.
AJ had it though. He
Yeah.
was good. It was
Yeah.
good. The whole
It was like two fucking stoned monkeys trying to play tennis, and KJ's just like, "Fuck, man."
He's like, these guys.
Am I
He's
supposed
like,
to be
these
keeping
guys.
score? I don't know. I don't want to fucking know. So, well, guys, I love you so much. Thanks again for doing this. And
Yeah, good seeing y'all, man.
we'll see
Good
you,
seeing
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah. Good
everyone
seeing
again
y'all.
soon.